Hi, it's Leanne Spencer of Body Shop Performance. I hope you're well. I hope you're staying healthy. This week, I'd like to talk to you about the 5 signs that you may be moving on that huge spectrum of a few flags going up in terms of your health and well-being, all the way to burnout. Now, it's a long way to go, but it would be great, wouldn't it, if we could sort of stop things in their tracks in the early part of that burnout spectrum. So here are 5 things to look out for. And I've taken some of these or influenced by Gail North and Herbert Freudenberger's burnout spectrum. So if you Google, it'll be easy to do Gail with an I, Gail North, burnout spectrum or burnout scale, you'll find the full 12 points. But number 1, apathy and anhedonia. So apathy, can't be bothered, everything feels like an effort. Anhedonia is a loss of pleasure in things you would ordinarily find pleasurable. So you used to love a game of tennis or a dog walk, and now you just don't feel it, you don't get the joy from it. And combined with apathy, you can't be bothered to go out and do those things and try and get that joy back. So that's number 1. Number 2 is you feel deeply fatigued, a real tiredness, a tiredness in the bones perhaps that you just don't seem to be able to overcome or even get enough sleep to overcome. Number 3 is you find it hard to shut off. So you might find that you're dreaming about sleep or dreaming about some of the problems and anxieties in your life, or just that your mind is racing and you find it very, very difficult to close that off and to move on from that, to get any headspace from that. Number 4 is that you might have mood or personality problems. So maybe somebody else, a spouse or a colleague, has said, you're behaving a little differently, you seem unsettled, you seem distracted, you seem, you're just not yourself. And often a spouse can be a bit more direct perhaps than a colleague, but you may notice this in yourself as well. You may feel that you're not your usual effervescent self, and you might catch that in your own self as well. And the last point is arguably the most important, which is just know that the body keeps the score. So even if you're able to push through and all this sort of macho language you use about ploughing on regardless and ignore the signs the body sends you, it does keep the score. So you might notice hair loss, you might notice weight gain, weight loss, other kind of physical symptoms, headaches, unexplained aches and pains. I've even known more dramatic symptoms than that. For example, the scarring of a forehead, which I reference in my book, Rise and Shine. But the body keeps the score. So you can try and push this stuff aside and ignore it, but it will come back eventually to rear its head. So please don't ignore however you're feeling. Get in touch with us. We'd love to talk to you, or look at some of our content on the website, bodyshopperformance.com. Talk to somebody about how you're feeling if you feel you're somewhere on the spectrum. So that's it from me. Look out next week where we're going to give you 3 powerful questions that a manager can ask, or 3 things to observe in teams so that you can try and spot this in your team members as well. Stay healthy and all the best for now.